Yo, 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 yo. And we're back. Another day. How many days in a row have I been going? I think I've been really on it, actually. 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, it's like 4 days in a row. But still, 4 days in a row streaming. That's pretty good, especially with all the other stuff I got going on. So, yeah, I'm very happy with that. Let me chuck this in the Discord. Send a message in chat so we know that we're good, but I think we should be by now. I reckon I've had enough streaming to where I should be good. Azrael, how we doing, bro? Right, let's get this going. We got 2 topics today, again, like we always do. The first one, as you can probably guess by the title, is Ludwig, who responded to the whole situation with Mango, basically, and everyone hates it. Like, literally, everyone hates it. It's not great, in all honesty. I reckon... I don't think I've seen a response this bad, to be honest. But, yeah, let's have a look. And then also, Joe Rogan's involvement in the whole Liver King court case kind of, like, just shook up everything. So we have a Liver King update. And that's basically that. So, yeah, let's have a look at first the Ludwig stuff, and then we'll have a look at the Liver King stuff. Why am I coughing? Oh my god. I just woke up, kind of. Well, I woke up like half an hour ago. I don't know why my throat's still cooked. I hope that doesn't mess up the recording. Alright, Ludwig's response is pathetic. So he responded to the whole Mango thing. This is by WestJet, so let's have a look.
Massive day for the unemployed. Hassan's loyal golden retriever has made a response and it sucks. Pirate software levels of accountability.
Chat, there are gonna be a lot more drama heads today, okay? I won't lie about it. It is what it is. But in this world, we can only control the things we can control, and I can't control my reputation. I can't control the way people feel about me.
Literally earlier this year, this rat was arguing that creators have to control their chat. This dude over here says, you are not responsible for your audience unless you directly tell them to do something. They are their own people. The argument that statistically 1 out of 100,000 people will be unhinged, so you bear no responsibility on the other 99,990.
Bro, yeah, what is this guy talking about? That's the most hypocritical thing I've ever heard. Obviously, you can't control everyone in your chat, right? You can't control 100% of your reputation. People are gonna say things about you. Like, it happens all the time, right? People lie, people do whatever to try and, like, make up stuff. Like, there have been, again, like the whole allegations thing where people will just, like, make allegations about big YouTubers just because they're big, just to, like, make a name for themselves. Like, you can't really control that, right? But how you respond, you can definitely control that. So we'll see how he does it.
Is incredibly weak.
Let's up those numbers!
You know, sound logic. You're responsible for one dude in your Twitch chat rather than your friend right in front of you drinking belligerently at your event. Got it.
Now, I did talk to Mango, actually. I talked to Mango. He reached out. We talked a bit. And I have some thoughts and opinions that I thought about speaking, but he asked of me to not speak on it.
He's really doing you a solid here. Imagine you did the same for him in the beginning. Breaking. Ludwig was spotted outside of Mango's house with a 12-pack.
And I think that's a fair request. He said, I want to take it on the chin. I think the drama is dying out. He's spending time with his kid. He started day 1 of not drinking yesterday, which is dope.
Okay, well, if you thought the drama was dying out, why are you now responding to it? Because, like, you kept radio silent for a few days. And, like, again, I don't have a problem with people staying radio silent, making sure that they can gather their thoughts, make a proper response, whatever. But, like, if you think the drama's dying out, what's the point in responding?
Pegasus was right in calling you a spineless jellyfish. Again, this is the same dude who's friends with Hassan and has worked with pirate software in the past, so what did we expect?
A month or whenever it is. And, like, he was messaging me. He was like, Tectone followed me. Who the fuck is Tectone? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not a very genuine pursuit of the people who speak on Mango's behalf.
Ooh, Tectone must have an agenda to run. He followed Mango? Dude, it's not a big fucking deal. He just followed somebody. He didn't DM him or reach out.
It's not a very genuine pursuit.
You want genuine? I don't care about Mango. He's a 33-year-old alcoholic deadbeat father. Nobody cares about Mango, Ludwig. The problem is you. And then he banned me from his Twitch chat, even though I didn't even type once. Jokes aside, I'm gonna download some empathy real quick from iDubbbz, and obviously all of us don't care personally about Mango, but we do hope that he finds the help he deserves. You know what I mean? We definitely don't want Ludwig and Mango to make another beer tier list, if you know what I'm saying.
That's hilarious now.
0.47 and died.
because I am still friends with him. And I banned him from my events because I felt I had to, because my girlfriend and my girlfriend's best friend Maya are in my room at 2 a.m. telling me that they felt really uncomfortable at my own event. So I think a lot of people want me to take accountability. I think I said my piece on it. And I think if people don't f with me, that's totally chill.
And then he banned me from his Twitch chat, even though I didn't even type one.
Okay, so basically, he doesn't want to take accountability. And realistically, I think we've said this before. This isn't a thing we have to apologize to the audience. Like, you haven't done anything to the audience. You really got to apologize to the people in private. And if you've done that, if he's actually done that in private, then fine. But he hasn't said that here, so I don't know.
Ludwig literally is a golden retriever, you know? He doesn't care what anybody thinks as long as it's not Hassan's orbit. If they're upset, he's very sad.
You should call Hassan and apologize. Why is Hassan mad? What did I do?
But then again, he is loyal. He's like Hachiko, the dog that waited for 15 years.
I can't control that aspect. I don't need to be liked by people.
That statement would go crazy if your existence didn't contradict it 100%. And why is it so difficult for these man-children to take any accountability? You know, just say, my bad. Next event I host, I'll promise to be more responsible around alcohol. It's not that hard.
I don't understand necessarily why Twitch banned Mango and not me. I don't even know if I necessarily agree with it. I think it'd be fine if Twitch banned me. But I'm not Twitch. I'm not going to personally ban myself. I don't think it's my responsibility.
You're literally in the protected class of Twitch. They wouldn't ban you. And dude, what the hell? I'd ban me. I'm even following you. You know, that chess boxing stuff by Fadsley is tough.
I think my responsibility
Fansley's sponsorship is still wild. How the hell did that actually happen? Who let this go through? Seriously. Imagine you're running... I don't know. Again, I don't know if it's a charity event. If it's a charity event, that's probably even worse. Bro, imagine OnlyFans or Fansly sponsoring your goddamn chess boxing match.
And keep trudging through life because the world keeps spinning and it doesn't stop. And like deal with Mango in a personal way, but it doesn't need to be public, especially if that's his desire, right? Especially if that's what he asks.
What do you mean? That, bro, then why would you even talk about it on stream? Then there's literally no point. Bro, if you didn't want to talk about it publicly, if Mango didn't want to talk about it publicly, there was no reason to respond here. It's like the Wilbur Soot thing the other day. I don't know if you guys remember the Minecraft YouTuber that went away for 2 years and came back. I made a video on it. It's like, bro, he responded, but also said, like, I don't feel like I need to respond because I don't want to use my platform for that. But then you title the video, like, where I've been. Basically, like, baiting the fact that you're responding in the video. If you're not going to respond, don't say anything at all. Take the Playboy Cardi route, where you have allegations and stuff come out against you, and then just don't say anything at all. You don't need to come back with these, like, half-assed responses, being like, oh, I'm not really going to talk about it, it's private. Then don't say anything. Go back to streaming like you normally were, go back to doing whatever you were doing beforehand, and you'll be absolutely fine. Like, bro, this is the thing with controversy. It's like, most of the time with the internet, you don't actually need to respond, right? Even in a Mr. Beast case, even like, it doesn't matter how big the controversy is, eventually people just forget about it. Unless you're an EDP, that's a whole different story. But like, oh, bro, like, you just don't need to come back with these half-assed responses. I don't understand people that do it. It just doesn't make sense. It only hurts you, because it just fuels the fire, and it's a pathetic response. Like, exactly, Ludwig's response is pathetic, because it is pathetic. There's nothing in it.
And not a monster. You know, this is entirely fair, but you could do all that and take a bit of accountability as well. And that's all people want to see. You know, it's rare for people from your orbit, like Hassan or even Pirate Software, to take accountability. And, you know, it
would have been better to literally say nothing at all. Realistically, if Ludwig, like I said, went back to making videos, went back to streaming, people would forget about this in 3 days.
Then again, I guess you're not responsible for Mango's actions at all, so whatever.
So anyway, that's basically it. And that is what it is, bro. And I actually genuinely have no ill will towards any drama channel who makes videos. Like, I think it is a hustle. It is a career that they have made. Awesome. They speak on any drama for 20 minutes and they move on.
Yeah, 20 minutes of Ludwig got straight up lose my mind like player 456.
I think the actual care
I don't know, is he being passive aggressive there, being like, oh, you just talk about drama for 20 minutes and post it? Because didn't this guy do the exact same thing on his Mogul Mail channel for like 3 years, and then eventually stops because he didn't like it? AKA, he's made enough money, he doesn't need to do it anymore. That's basically what that translates to. A little bit hypocritical, but
the things they talk about factor is very small, but like, that's fine, you know? It's like, it's a hustle. I don't fuck with any of them in the sense that I don't watch them.
And you know what? That's a good thing. I wouldn't expect you to either. You're kind of employed.
When I'm in bed, I watch 3 things, okay?
I watch Destiny's stream, I watch Destiny's YouTube, and I listen to Destiny's podcast.
But I understand drama pays the bills quite well. You make a video 20 minutes
yeah,
every
you
day
did
about
it for years.
You can talk about, get a couple 100,000 views. That's an easy life. That's a good life.
Easy? This is difficult. It's harder than a 9 to 5.
And I thought about, like, maybe I should make a mogul mail and address it all and talk about it. And then I was like, well, who am I doing this for? Ultimately, I'm doing it to change the opinion that other people have of me, as opposed to doing what I think is actually more important.
So why are
which is
you
just,
talking about it then?
about whether that's worthwhile?
Say what you want to say about Frogan, but even a broken clock is right twice per day. She was right about Ludwig. Also, I don't even think Ludwig banned me personally. It's probably one of his mods that he shares with Hassan.
As opposed to doing what I think is actually more important, which is just, you know, going through life, attempting to be better in different arenas. It doesn't matter if people think I'm doing better. It matters if I think I'm doing better.
You know, that statement would hit really hard if you didn't quit your own drama channel because you couldn't handle what people thought about you and what Hassan thought.
You should call Hassan and apologize. Why is Hassan mad? What did I do? I don't need to change people's minds and whatnot. That is like a purely selfish endeavor to be viewed upon more favorably, but who cares about being viewed upon more favorably? We all get buried under the dirt.
Yeah, clearly you, or else you wouldn't be talking about it.
People around us as we go through our life.
I agree 100% with what he's saying. You know, that's a good mindset to have. But again, right message, wrong messenger.
You're not that guy.
Yeah, Ludwig says people aren't being genuine, says the guy who encouraged Mango to get blackout drunk, then cut him off because he did stuff while super
Yeah,
hammered.
hold on. He literally cut him off and like made a whole public statement about it. What do you think the reason for that was? It's because he wants to be viewed better. This whole idea of like, I don't care how people view me. I'm just a little old guy online. You know, I'm just trying to be all spiritual, and it only matters what I do in the real world. It's like, bro, then why would you respond in the first place? You didn't have to address any of it. You first addressed it by cutting Mango off from every single event, and then you coming on here being like, oh, well, I don't actually care that much. Like, please, pick a side.
This guy's the fakest person on the internet. How do you look yourself in the mirror after being a snake like that? He's not a snake, because snakes actually have spines. He's a jellyfish, guys. Distinction is important. You know, Ludwig talks this tough game, but Tectone seemed to really be getting under his skin.
Enable game chat. It's actually one of my greatest pleasures that I get to die never having to speak to these people.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's like a Tectone video. I can die never watching one.
Rent free.
It sounds to me like somebody may or may not have watched my video.
Ludwig seems awfully pressed by popular Summoners War content creator Tectone.
And it's like, dude, I literally feel like I'm talking to a child right now. Like, I hate how in big 2025, you're 29 years old. We're pretty much the same age. I'm 31.
You can lie to us all you want, but you can't lie to yourself.
A disgusting amount of negligence, disgusting amount of no one being able to take accountability for their own actions, and I'm seeing deflecting and misconstruing, and I'm not seeing anybody try to help someone out where they completely f***ed their life. And yes, once again, Mango absolutely f***ed up as well. But Ludwig, so did you.
Let's up those numbers!
Whoa, internet, what a shocker. It's almost like both Mango and Ludwig can be wrong in a situation with, you know, varying levels of magnitude. Whoa. Quick story time, but my personal disdain for Ludwig precedes even this incident. A while ago, I had a back and forth with a creator which led to 2 false copyright strikes on my channel, and this is what Ludwig had to say.
I saw the drama yesterday with WestJet, if you saw that. That's Valorant related.
Wait, I feel like I looked this up, but I forget. What is it?
He made a video about Shazam, and then Shazam copyright struck him.
Yeah, I saw it, and I was like, this is all lame. I don't care.
I mean, it's still fucked up. It's a false copyright strike.
It is.
Ludwig is a spineless coward. Moist critical
Oh my
W
god, this
man.
is why, bro, when you're on live stream, you just, it's so difficult to put your opinions out there and like say things in a certain way. I don't want to defend Ludwig, but I don't think he was trying to like say, oh, I don't really care about the copyright strike. I think it's just like, it's just random drama, and realistically, it's fine to not care about it. It's not your channel. Like, Ludwig isn't WestJet. I don't think he really cares. I don't know if they have some sort of beef or whatever, like WestJet and Ludwig, but I don't think that there was anything malicious in that. I don't really think that's a thing. Yeah, but saying that you don't really care about people getting copyright strikes and the system being broken, it's like, bro, come on. What if that happened to you? Like, you would 100% be going crazy on Twitter, like, asking YouTube to get rid of the copyright strike, whatever. I don't really understand not caring about that. It's literally the platform that you're on, so, yeah.
Still fucked up. It's a false copyright strike.
It is.
Ludwig is a spineless coward. Moist critical W man, though, even if Lur got false copyright striked. I'd be on his side on principle.
What?
You're a parasite, Ludwig, and quite frankly, you fit perfectly in the Twitch ecosystem. You're like the perfect golden boy archetype. Some ordinary gamers said, Ludwig, WTF, dude. Ludwig Argren, American YouTuber and streamer. Ludwig's father died to complications from alcoholism when Ludwig was 10 years old. He experienced a health crisis, refused hospital
Okay,
care,
I don't
and
really
passed
think
away.
that's something we need to bring up. Like, okay, let's not bring Ludwig's deceased father into this. Let's just relax. God damn.
After vomiting
People on
blood.
Twitter are crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, that is a bit wild to bring up, but it does show the fact that, you know, Ludwig should be more responsible in a situation like this.
But in this world, we can only control the things we can control, and I can't control my reputation.
Hot take, but you could control your drunk friend by, you know, telling them to stop drinking or taking them out of that situation.
There's a perception of Mango that people have in their mind, but they don't actually care about him. I don't think they'll be in his stream when he's back to streaming and.
Bro, yeah, obviously, I didn't know who Mango was before this drama. I barely think anyone did, especially people of your viewers. Like, obviously your audience is a lot bigger than Mango's. No one really cares about the guy in the first place. But the fact that, you know, we found out that this guy's your mate, and no, bro, this isn't even about Mango at this point. This is about you. This is about the way you handled it and the way you've responded, which is half-assed and dumb.
Yes, because, you know, people's intentions affects your accountability. Got it. And Mango's been banned on Twitch, too.
Let's just try to help our friends. Let's not set them up for disaster. And when you see someone fall, you don't have to kick him in the nuts. Take some accountability.
God, Tech Out is currently going off on Ludwig, calls him out for taking no accountability, batting a chatter, and points out how weird it is that Lud needed 2 women to tell him.
I think a lot of people want me to take accountability.
You know what's crazy, Ludwig? How you would need your friends for them to tell you that they were uncomfortable. You couldn't even notice? Do you know how retarded you have to be to need someone to tell you that? Everybody would know that if they had fucking eyeballs, brother.
Ludwig has now tried to use my name to score a W 3 times now in the past 48 hours, after directly expressing he'd rather kill himself than to watch one of my videos, and then proceeded to watch both.
I don't fuck with any of them in the sense that I don't watch them.
He doesn't watch drama videos, but does Ludwig deserve more hate? The Turkey Tom made a video.
What kind of a video is that? Wait, does Ludwig deserve more hate? That's a crazy talk. I might use that, honestly.
Does Ludwig deserve more hate? The Turkey Tom made a video.
Sounds like
we're gonna go down and wow. You know, maybe he's right. He doesn't watch drama videos. He critically analyzes them and writes a whole.
Okay, I think this was before. Wait, is this before he officially quit the drama stuff? Hold on, Ludwig. I think he might have quit before that, or no, he quit after that. Yeah, wait. So he kept going for a couple months, whatever. I don't like this channel, blah blah blah. Then 6 months ago he stopped. I think this was after. No, this was before he quit, so it kind of makes sense. But still, like, acting like you don't watch drama channels and, I don't really like drama channels, like being all passive-aggressive about it. He didn't explicitly say he doesn't like drama channels. He kind of said the opposite. But he's kind of implying that, you know, they're really low effort, he doesn't like them, you know, you just record for 20 minutes, blah, blah, blah. I feel like that's a little bit of a passive-aggressive take. It's just so ironic because you literally profited off of it for years. Like, if we go to your Mogul Mail channel, which is 90% just drama, this guy's easily made $1 million off this channel. 100%. No doubt about it.
An essay manifesto. You could fool your Twitch audience, but you can't fool me. Subscribe. We gotta up those numbers. Whoa, breaking news. Even French Canadians started making sense. What's going on?
When the thing happened,
Oh my god.
nobody does anything. It was like, oh wow, this is kind of crazy. Whatever. Then they wait for the internet reaction. They go, oh, everybody's saying this is really bad. And then they go, guys, this is so bad. I will not stand for this. Where were
Look,
you
as
when
much as XQC has the IQ of a toaster, he's definitely right there. He's forming some thoughts there that I actually kind of like right there.
it happened, buddy? Where were you when it actually mattered?
Yeah.
Nobody ever does anything when it actually matters.
Hey, everybody! Mango just blew a .32!
And then I asked the AI to put his apology in Fortnite terms. Alright, squad, there's drama dropping tilted, but I can't control the storm. I talked to Mango and he said don't push this fight, so I'm boxing up and moving on. I banned him from my customs because my duo felt weird, so if people want to beef, that's chill. I'm not gonna self-elim just because Twitch banned him. I could crank a Mogul Mail to fix
What
my
is
rep,
going
but
on?
why waste mads? I'll focus on getting better for my squad, not the randos in the lobby. And if you don't vibe with me, land somewhere else. In conclusion, Ludwig. All my homies hate Ludwig.
Fair enough. I wouldn't say hate, but yeah, it's definitely up there now. I feel like his reputation's cooked, but yeah. Anyways. Alright. Damn, that was quick. Alright, so let's move on. So that was basically the Ludwig response. God damn, that was pretty shocking in all honesty. Let's move on to Liver King. Joe Rogan's involvement. Actually, let me start. Joe Rogan's involvement just shakes up the Liver King court case. So there's an update here. I got no idea what's going on. Let's have a look.
Happens next to you, you're going to need to remember that feeling. You're going to need something more than what you did to give you something.
Wait, is this right here after the last video we just watched? Can anyone let me know? Was this after? Because he's clearly lost the plot even more.
I have my family to fight for, and then I'll die for them. You know that. And you're a black belt, but you've never come across something like this.
If you're listening right now, Joe, my advice is talk with your lawyers in Texas, see how strong that restraining order can go. If it can go to the point where you can get him to not mention you online, that's Gucci.
Damn, is he getting a restraining order? I mean, I'm not shocked.
Oh my god, the situation is getting worse. Yes, you all know
What
it.
is this
we
AI
know it.
voiceover?
But do you know that this guy is also about to get arrested again? And if he gets arrested again, this time there will be no $20,000 bond and getting out in 1 or 2 days. This time it will be severe. This time it will be harsh. And yes, I can guarantee Liver King is going to...
Liver King is out of jail with a 200-yard restriction order. Restraining order. Okay. So he can't come within 200 yards. I remember in the last video we were watching, he said something where it was like, oh, I won't get within 40 yards of Joe Rogan or something like that. So, I'm assuming it was like, so it was basically threatening his family. I'm assuming it was like he couldn't come within 40 yards and now it's 200 yards? Is that what's going on? Also forced to do a mental health evaluation within 1 week. That's gonna go to crap. If I had to give a score between 1 to 10 of Liver King's mental health right now, it's -5. Instead uses the power of his ancestral ankle monitor to post 16 unhinged videos and challenge Seth Rogen to fight.
Regret calling out Joe Rogan because Joe Rogan is not taking it lightly. As you guys already know, there are reports that the police said, and he agreed as part of his $20,000 bail bond, that he will stay at least 1,600 feet away from Joe Rogan and his family. So even though Joe Rogan is not taking it lightly, there's an insider update saying Joe Rogan is taking it seriously. And you guys already know that Joe Rogan is a...
Did you hear what he was saying? He was literally being like, oh, you know, I'm coming to Austin to see you, Joe. Like, you know, if your family's around, like, I'll stay, but I'll stay 40 feet away. Just really cryptic, weird stuff. And clearly, when you look at him, like, he was completely unwell. I don't know if you guys saw the last video where we looked at the clips. The guy looked rough, like really rough, just completely unwell. Not just physically, but mentally. So, yeah, I wouldn't be shocked, to be honest, if Joe would take it seriously. I would also take it seriously.
Powerful guy. Anyone can agree with me that someone like Joe Rogan doesn't even care about someone like Liver King because Joe Rogan is on another level. Just imagine this guy is so popular, so powerful, so influential that people like Donald Trump were eager, you could almost say begged, to get on his podcast, so you can understand the depth of Joe Rogan's power. So if someone like Liver King calls him out to do a fight, there's no doubt that the only person who's going to lose, even if he wins, is Joe Rogan. Think about it. Joe Rogan, who has millions of followers and the most listened to podcast in the world, fighting with a scammer like Liver King. Even if Joe Rogan beats the crap out of him, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for Joe Rogan to even agree to a boxing match with him. If Joe Rogan accepts, he's already lost. Because with the caliber Joe Rogan operates in, there's no way Liver King can even enter that level. So right now, what Liver King is doing and how his legal situation is getting worse, he's getting arrested for that. And there's also a rumor that he will go to prison very soon. And not just that. For his criminal offense, he could go to jail for up to 100...
Wait, so there's legal mindset right here. This guy's the GOAT. Class B misdemeanor, criminal offense, 180 days in jail, wow. Or a fine up to $2,000 or both. I don't really think that these two correlate. A $2,000 fine, 180 days in jail. $2,000 to Liver King is literally like a coffee, honestly. Like, $2,000 is nothing. These two do not add up with Liver King. I'd say maybe $200,000 or 280 or 180 days in jail might be something a little bit more normal. Restraining order may contain that Liver King not mentions Joe Rogan's name online. This is controversial due to free speech. I mean, that's true. I didn't know you could stop people from saying someone else's name as a restraining order. That's kind of crazy.
80 days and get a fine of up to $2,000.
Does that
like
contradict
what?
free speech?
$2,000 and 180 days in jail for threatening to kill a famous and influential guy? What is law enforcement even doing? I have no clue what the hell is going on. $2,000. This guy literally spends $11,000 on his body. I mean, on steroids, and you're charging him $2,000.
Right. This 2K. Like, are we serious? That's literally nothing.
Guy, Liver King, is worth more than $15 million.
He said he was all natural, but found out he was spending $11,000 on a month.
Is he spending money?
$11,000 on juice time. I mean,
so if law enforcement keeps adding $1,000 or $2,000 fines for these guys, they will never ever think twice about committing crimes because they know what the bail will be. They know what the charges will be to get out of jail. $1,000, $2,000, that doesn't mean anything to them. So please get it right and punish them the way they deserve. Make them lose
it
what
has
they
to be jail
deserve
time.
to lose.
It has to be. Or at least some sort of community service, something that money can't get you out of. Because, like, seriously, oh, bro, fines being a punishment, I don't understand why it's still a thing. It's the dumbest, like, punishment ever. It literally makes no sense. Because all it's doing is punishing poor people. Like, bro, if you're making, like, $2,000 a month, $2,000 in a fine is gonna suck. If you're making $2,000 a day, $2,000 is just like, or $2,000 every couple of hours, $2,000 is just like, whatever, you know, take it. And then they just get out of it. Having punishments where, you know, money can't get you out of it, like jail to an extent. Obviously, you have, like, bail, bond, or whatever. But, jail time. For example, if you're on the road, right, like road rules, speeding fines are the dumbest thing in the world. They don't make any sense. Because it's like, again, it's a poor person's punishment. Rich people can get away with doing anything if you just have fines, like parking tickets, whatever. But if you have a system like we sort of have in Australia where when you speed, you have demerit points, which if you get 6 of them, you get your license taken off. If you speed by a certain amount, it's like 1 demerit point, 2 demerit points you get. If you get 6 demerit points, it doesn't matter how rich you are, your license is gone. That sort of thing is so much more effective than having these puny little $2,000 fines for a guy with a $15 million net worth. Like, seriously.
Whatever you're charging them now doesn't make any sense. Someone like Liver King doesn't care about $2,000 or $20,000. Please. The legal mindset explained his punishment points, which are ridiculous, and I think he deserves to be punished much more.
So beyond that, the one thing that was issued was a restraining order. Now, what we don't know is we don't know whether the restraining order may contain a requirement that Liver King not mention Rogan's name online.
That's crazy.
Now, this is controversial because many people do believe that you should be able to mention somebody no matter what because that's free speech.
What? Did you hear that? Liver King's followers, or the people who like Liver King, are now trying to say that the threat he made is just free speech. Even trying to argue against...
I don't know what this AI guy is talking about. That's not what he said at all. What?
The logic of a restraining order. Well, I think most of you know this, but
the whole point of the whole point of people being a little bit off about the restraining order is that like saying that you can't say someone's name online. How do you enforce that? How does that work? Does it have to be like public? Can it be on a different account? Like how? I don't know. There's complications with that. How would that even work?
A restraining order is a court order given to protect a victim when someone threatens them. It legally forces the person making the threat to stay away from the victim.
It means you cannot go near them, talk to them, or bother them anyway. If you break this rule, police can arrest you. Yep.
Basically what a restraining order is. And if anyone violates it, they can face
it says talk to them, not talk about them. Like... This is the thing with free speech, it's like, should you be able to just say whatever you want? Like, it doesn't matter. But then again, he got arrested because of what he said, so, I don't know.
And stronger and more severe punishment. Now, at this point, Liver King's followers are saying it's just free speech. There's plenty of evidence that Liver King directly named Joe Rogan and told him to fight.
Tell me if Joe Rogan has accepted the invitation for the fight. Have I gotten his attention yet? Because my goal is I want your attention, Joe Rogan. I want to fight you, real tension, real tension.
So where's the controversy here? I don't think there should be any controversy. It's clearly...
I don't know, because like with the restraining order, should he be able to just like say his name? Like if it's in a non-threatening way? Because again, the whole free speech thing, a lot of people aren't going to be very happy with the fact that, you know, the guy literally just can't say his name at all, even if it's not in a threatening way.
against Liver King. What do you think, guys? Let me know. But here comes the point. The legal mindset, who is an American attorney, is giving the right advice to Joe Rogan.
If you're listening right now, Joe, my advice is talk with your lawyers in Texas, see how strong that restraining order can go. If it can go to the point where you can get him to not mention you online, that's Gucci. And that is technically possible, although it may take some pushing, it may take some pressing. You could do this. We've actually seen recently a case with a disgraced Minnesota attorney.
Oh my God. So now, legally, it's possible that Joe Rogan can take even more steps against Liver King right now. Not only is Liver King out on bond, but now there are talks that Joe Rogan can take further action, and if it's possible, new charges could come up and Liver King could get arrested again soon. If that happens, Liver King's situation will get even worse. And not just that, I think since he scammed people and abused his business authority, he should be fined for what he earned from this scam. And if he actually faces these consequences, it won't be long before Liver King goes broke and ends up homeless with his entire family. And it's so ironic because he always says
I don't think Liver King's gonna go homeless. There'll be ways you can get around fines or whatever. The guy is a multi-millionaire. Like, I don't think that's gonna be a problem. But if that actually happens, where they like find him guilty of scamming, especially considering like I don't know legally if lying about steroids and selling programs, acting like you're natural, I don't know if that's legally considered a scam. Morally, it definitely is a scam, like 100%. But could he legally face something for that? I don't know.
He does everything just for his family. Fights for his family, hustles for his family, but in the end, his actions might destroy the very thing he claims to protect.
Happens next to you, you're going to need to remember that feeling. You're going to need something more than what you did to give you something to fight for, because I have my family to fight for, and I'll die for them, you know that. And you're a black belt, but you've never come across something like this. Willing to die, hoping that you'll choke me out. I pray to God, because that's a dream come true. It feels good. And then the limbs.
What is he talking about?
I'm fighting for my family. So limb. Go ahead. But then you have to contend with something else. And I weigh 177 pounds. An actual savage.
So, Liver King, now your situation is getting worse. Now you shouldn't say you'd die for your family, because your family is the one that's going to face the consequences of your crimes. Yes. They are now paying for what you did, and these consequences are going to bring even bigger trouble for your sons. What do you have to say about that now?
If you truly feel regret, asking for forgiveness from everyone would be the best thing you could do right now.
I ask you all, do you agree with me? Should he ask for forgiveness? Will Joe Rogan forgive him?
The AI guy I think is trying to aurify him right now, but yeah, I mean that's basically what's going on. So yeah, legal mindset. If you want to check out that video, go for it. That is still crazy. The whole $2,000 fine, like, bro, put him in jail, please, or just like do something. Like, give him a mental health evaluation check. He's clearly insane at the moment. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, that was a bit of a shorter stream, but yeah, those are the two videos. Actually, I think yesterday's might have been a bit shorter, so I guess that's not too bad. But yeah, make sure you check out the videos. It'll be posted later on.